Hi and hello everybody, it's Fern. Welcome back to another planty video. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm pleased to announce that I'm getting my spark back for life, I think, which is great news, not only for me personally, but for my plants, because I have finally regained motivation, regained excitement. I'm feeling good about things. And I really felt this morning when I got up and started doing plant care. I'm getting back into my routine of like getting up early and taking care of the plants. And now we're at the point in the year where it's actually light out at like 6 a.m. when I'm doing this. So it was just, the vibes were correct. I was just so excited about my plants that I decided the video I'm gonna film today is basically telling you about that and showing you the plants that I am just excited to watch grow over the next several months. I can't wait to see what they do, and I'm just really loving right now. So it's kind of gonna be like a spring favorites, but yeah, maybe we'll talk about growing goals. I'm just gonna natter to you about plants that I am just super stoked about. So I hope that sounds good to you. Also, I had this crazy wave of plant parent nostalgia this morning because I was doing a pest treatment on some of my plants, specifically my Hoya Crimson Queen, because she has been battling flat mites. And let me tell you, it has been so annoying treating a Hoya of that size. So if you ever have pests on a massive Hoya like that, try to get rid of it before it gets out of control, because yeah, I feel like they have really set up camp on her, and now I have to be really consistent with treating her to get rid of them. But anyways, so I was spraying her this morning and I ran out of my Safers end all, so I decided to use my DIY mix. And as I was grabbing the ingredients for that, I saw an old bottle of neem oil and I was like, man, that's been sitting there for so long. I should just add some neem oil to the DIY mix to use it up. So I did that, and the smell of the neem oil, because I used to treat, like, I haven't used it in years, and that used to be like one of my primary ingredients for pests was the neem oil. And it's funny because I know so many people hate the smell of neem oil. I actually don't mind it. Like, I feel like the Safers end all, I can barely stand the smell of that anymore. So neem oil was pleasant compared to that, but it totally just took me back. Like, it transported me years in the past, and it just gave me such a nice feeling, because y'all know I really just, I don't know, I get so nostalgic about anything that reminds me of first getting into this hobby, because it was just such an exciting and happy thing, like when you are becoming obsessed with something. So yeah, random little tidbit. And now I'm excited to spray again because I'm gonna keep using up the neem oil. Me sounding like a crazy person aside, I would like to say a huge thank you to the sponsor of today's video before we get into the plants, and that is Ana Luisa. Now, I am a huge fan of Ana Luisa, which many of you know. I wear their pieces, like, you literally see their pieces in every single video because I so rarely take these off. This necklace is like one of my go-to pieces. Also, these bracelets. Ana Luisa made me a bracelet girly because I'm so obsessed with these. They're so dainty and pretty, but I love that I don't have to mess around with taking them on and off because they're really high quality. Okay, sorry, somebody was at the door. But yeah, I love that I can just keep all of these pieces on and they stay looking really nice. That is definitely essential for me because I'm just the kind of person that, you know, showers, sleeps, just wears their jewelry all the time. It's the perfect time to be talking about Ana Luisa because their pieces make amazing gifts. And what do we have coming up? Mother's Day. That's right. So if you are still looking for a gift option, Ana Luisa has you covered. Now, I think jewelry always makes a stellar gift, but I like to try to find ways to make things even more meaningful. So for example, my mom and I love matching. We have a lot of different matching things. We even have matching tattoos, but something that's a little less intense than that is matching jewelry pieces. So I feel like that would be a really cute option, even like the heart necklace. I always think that that's a cute idea. Also, a couple of months ago, I was telling y'all that I gifted my friend Hillary the initial necklace with her daughter's initial because she's a new mom, and she absolutely loved that gift. So I think that that's a really cute idea for some people as well. I have also tried out Ana Luisa's rings for the first time recently, and I've become completely obsessed. I love rings. So first of all, I got this heart one, which is really up my alley. It's this kind of like chunkier, just really like smooth. It's basic, but it's still just has some cute personality to it. And then this one is really fun. It has a little dangly lock on it, which I thought was adorable. I love dangly things, and I've never had a ring that has a little dangle on it, so I have just been obsessed with this one. I also love, I'm always talking about these bracelets, but I love the little heart that dangles down on this one. That's one of my favorite things about this bracelet. Anyways, I'm obsessed. I love fun jewelry. Ana Luisa also offers fast and free shipping in the US, and they have affordable shipping options for everywhere else. They also have a worry-free guarantee with a 2-year warranty on all of their products, so they really stand behind the quality. I will link Ana Luisa in the description box down below for you to check out. You can find the perfect Mother's Day gift and maybe a little gift for yourself, since the jewelry only starts at $39. Which is amazing. Thank you so much to Ana Luisa for sponsoring this video. Oh my gosh, Olive is looking like such a little cutie bear beside me here. She's lounging in the sun. I think I might take her potty quick, and then we will get into all of the plants that I'm excited about. It finally feels like, I don't know, I'm feeling so much better than I have been recently, which, like, thank God. Okay, I think I'm gonna back you up to there. Now, I have a ridiculous amount of plants. Well, yeah, I have a lot of plants on my list, but I'm just gonna try to breeze through them here, so I probably won't talk about each one for very long, but I will tell you what I'm loving about it lately, or what I'm excited about regarding its growth. I think the lighting will be better this way. I used to always film at the dining room table, but lately I've just been setting up in the living room, and I've been loving filming here, so hopefully you guys like this area for filming. I mean, I'm literally only feet away from the dining room because it's just a small area, but anyways, the first plant on my list is Hoya Suluiana. Now, this was my top wish list Hoya from 2024 that somebody so kindly gifted to me, and I still am just shook that I have this plant, and I'm so just excited to be growing it. However, it does not seem to be in much of a hurry to grow for me, and I was thinking that maybe it has flat mites or, like, I don't know, some pest situation, so I've been treating it, and we'll see what happens from here. It looks like I do have a little bit of, oh, you're never gonna be able to see, it's such a small little nub, but it looks like it may be shooting out new growth soon, so I really hope so. But I'm just really excited to hopefully get some new growth on this one over the spring/summer, because when I see photos of this plant, like big, healthy, lush pots of this, I'm genuinely, like, it takes my breath away. I think that they are so beautiful, and I want to have one like that as well. I do think that a lot of those photos I see on Instagram are where people have grown these in grow tent conditions, so I'm not sure what mine could realistically look like just in ambient. So if any of you grow Hoya Suluiana, let me know how you grow it, what lighting you give it, what humidity you give it. Maybe I would be better off putting this in a cabinet. The only reason that I hesitate to put things in my cabinets is because they really don't get the best light, especially when they're a small plant like this, because if I put this at the bottom of my cabinet, it's so far from the light way up here. I would love to redo this cabinet eventually to, like, put more lights in. I don't know how I would do that yet. I've had different ideas in the past, and I've looked at, like, buying different kind of, like, kits that are made for cabinets, but it's always so expensive, and I don't know, I just haven't gone ahead and really put, like, a lot of real thought into that. But eventually I would love to get more lighting in my cabinets to make them more suitable for things like Hoya. I mean, I could clip this onto the grid and have it close to the grow light, so maybe I should do that, because I really do just have a feeling that this wants more humidity. Or maybe I should put it in a window and give it, like, natural sunlight. I don't know. Let me know if you have any thoughts, but just in general, I really want to try to get some nice growth on this summer. I'm so excited to see it start to hopefully wake up and grow again for me soon. I did get some new leaves right after I received this, but it's been kind of at a standstill since the fall winter, so yeah, I'm really excited to see it kind of start taking off again, hopefully. Okay, so next I'm going to be talking about my Marantas, both of them. So this is my Maranta Silver Band, which is looking so good lately. This leaf is a couple of the leaves got a little bit yellow, and I still don't really know why, but overall, I think that the plant is doing really well. I'll give you a little 360 here. Oh, just like the dark leaves. I love this so much. I would love to have the Maranta black and even the, is it light veins? There's so many cool different varieties. It'd be fun to kind of do like a mixed pot, but right now I'm super happy with the ones that I have. And this one is also flowering, which is so cute. It's in a self-watering pot and pond, so this is kind of heavy. If you can see my arms trembling here. But yeah, we have little balloons there. They're so just like dainty and cute. So I was on quite the journey with both my Marantas over the winter time, and not in a good way, okay? We were in some serious trouble here. We were in dire straits. I thought that perhaps I would come into the spring with no Maranta, but here we are with two. I guess I'll show you the other one since I'm kind of talking about them together. Now, both of these are in self-watering in pond. This is my Maranta Variegated, which I think is also called Maranta Beauty Kim. And this is probably my favorite Maranta because it's the one that I've had for the longest, and it's just, I don't know, it's kind of sentimental to me, and I just think that the colors are so stunning on this. Obviously this one doesn't look amazing because it's just growing back from a cutting, so it's pretty sparse and you're not really getting like the full impact from this one, but it is just such a unique and beautiful Maranta, and I'm getting this big leaf coming in here and I can't wait to see it. I can already tell that it's gonna have some nice variegation, I think. So yeah, I'm just watching that every single day and getting excited for it to unfurl. I also love how the leaves come in, like, I don't know, Marantas are so cute. I'm really in like a Maranta mood lately. But as I was saying, I was having some major issues with both of these over the winter, and I ended up taking cuttings and starting these both over from those cuttings. That's what I've grown these plants from. Obviously the silver band has been potted for longer, that's why it's bigger, but now they're doing amazing, so I'm super happy about that. I'm super excited to watch them get more full as we continue to go into the growing season here. I actually had some comments from y'all on one of my last videos about how Maranta, I keep wanting to put this down, but it's like nice to be showing it while I'm talking about it. Some of y'all were commenting that you find your Maranta really decline in the winter and then they kind of like come back to life in the spring, and I don't know if I've really noticed that pattern over the years. Maybe I have experienced that, but I just haven't been like paying attention, and this year it was really dramatic, so I noticed. But yeah, maybe that is a thing. Maybe they just really were not, I mean, I don't think the only issue was the cooler temperatures and the winter time, but I think that perhaps just made them struggle even more with like the pest issues and stuff that were going on. So yeah, I'm just really thankful to have them both doing well now, and I can't wait to see what they look like in the coming months. Okay, if the height keeps switching, it's because I'm moving from my knees to sitting on my knees to sitting off of my knees, so yeah. I'm old. Okay, so the next Hoya, or the next plant, is Hoya Paradisia. I don't know why I had to look at the tag. I know what this is because I'm literally obsessed with it lately. You guys don't even know, like, oh, okay, it was just leca. I thought I lost a leaf somehow. This Hoya, just, it does something to me. The way, it's the growth pattern and the leaf shape, like, I love this so much. I want every Hoya that has this kind of cascading, very much in the vein of like polyneura, but obviously this is a different leaf shape, and the new leaves come in like pink tinged. I mean, these fresh ones at the bottom haven't been getting a ton of light. They're pretty far from the lights on the Visto shelf, but it's still just so pretty. There is Hoya, oh my gosh, it's been on my wish list for a while. Is it platycollis? Platycollis? I don't know if that's how you say that or if that's even what it is, but I'll put on the screen whichever one I'm thinking of. But it also has this similar kind of like cascading look, and man, I really love that in Hoyas. So yeah, this one has just been catching my eye every single day. I actually just gave it a pest treatment this morning because, as I was saying in my update video, this is a mealy magnet, which is kind of annoying, but I'm willing to deal with it. So yeah, I'm just trying to keep up with spraying it down and everything. I'm probably gonna repot this at some point as well. It would be nice to get it in a bigger pot that, like, maybe something that fits this, because I really love the way it looks in this little pot. This is just from Michael's, part of their spring collection. But yeah, I'm just obsessed with this one, and that's really all I have to say. I'm excited to see it grow even more. Of course, in the growing season, I'm not going to say that for every single plant. I think we can establish that, you know, I'm excited to see all these plants grow. But yeah, I just love the growth pattern and the color and everything of this Hoya. Honestly, I don't even know what the flowers look like. Frankly, I don't even care. I just love the way that this looks. So yeah, Hoya Paradisia. Okay, so next I'm going to talk about a plant that many of us have, but I feel like not many of us talk about anymore. Like, the hype really died down, and I don't think that it should have. I think that we should still be hyping this plant. And me, since I'm so excited about that I finally got like my dream version of this plant, I'm gonna start talking about it more because it's really starting to grow. And the plant that I'm talking about is Monstera Elbow. How stunning. Look how big mine is getting. This is so crazy. Yeah, so this is one of my Monstera Elbows. Actually, this is really like my only Monstera Elbow that's potted up right now. So this one I got as a cutting like a year and a half ago because I got it in a trade. I was really on the hunt for a higher variegation, like marbly Monstera Elbow. And that is exactly what I got. It is so pretty. I'm super, super happy with it. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Gorgina. But yeah, I've been growing it out from that cutting. It is now like a full plant. It's in a self-watering pond pot, and I just love it. So the reason that I'm talking about this is, I mean, obviously I've been loving it. There's a new leaf on its way as well right here. But I'm actually thinking of combining, I think I'm gonna do a repot, and I'll probably film it and do a video, but I'm wanting to repot that with these Monstera Elbow cuttings that I have right here. So this is actually cuttings from my original Monstera Elbow plant that I got in 2020 as a gift in, like, you know, years ago. However, this completely reverted on me, and long story short, I chopped it up a bunch of times, and one of the nodes ended up growing into a variegated plant, which was this plant. But I just recently chopped this up because I was like, you know what, I don't need 2 full Monstera Elbow plants. I mean, I would love that, but I was just in like my downsizing frenzy, and I was like, I'm just gonna take some nice variegated cuttings from this one and combine it with my more marbly Monstera Elbow and just create like a more full, just really pretty plant. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna keep it in pond, I think. I just don't know what pot. I'm probably gonna have to like DIY something, or I don't know, because I don't really have a bigger self-watering pot than that. I know that there are people who use like buckets or random things that aren't meant for plant use, but they turn them into semi-hydro setups, so I'm gonna have to do something like that probably. But I'm really excited about it, and I'm also thinking of doing a moss pole now. I've changed my mind. At first I was like anti-moss pole for Monstera Deliciosa, but now I'm thinking I kind of want to do it, and just, yeah, I kind of want to do it. So we'll see. I think I kind of changed my mind because I'm really just not getting much leaf size up. And although I don't care about getting massive leaves on this plant, I would like to see decent sized leaves and some fenestrations, you know? So yeah, I'm definitely lacking fenestrations on this guy. A pole may be in order. Oh my gosh, I'm talking forever. I was wanting to do this quickly and I'm talking forever. Okay, so the next plant that I'm gonna talk about is my Filiden Silver Sword Variegated. If you're new to this channel, this was like my top wish list unicorn plant for years, basically my like OG wish list plant. Since I first got into plants, I first fell in love with just the regular silver sword, and as soon as I laid my eyes on the variegated version, I fell in love. So last year these had finally come down in price enough for me to be able to get one, and I did, and it's honestly been growing. I mean, it's been growing at a slow pace, but the variegation is stunning. So I feel like I really lucked out and got a great specimen. And now I'm finally getting to the point where I'm starting to see the leaves size up a little bit, although we did have a little bit of a setback recently. Some of the leaves like they browned off and I lost some of them. So I'm hoping that this isn't going to be a browning kind of variegated plant. Like, please no, please no. I do not need a Monstera aurea repeat, but I'm staying hopeful. So we'll kind of see how this grows for me. I'm just really excited for this to start sizing up. It has rooted into the pole now, and yeah, I don't know. I'm really stoked. And I feel like I don't talk about this one very much for the amount of like love I have for it. So here I am sharing a little update, featuring it, talking about it, and letting y'all know how it's doing and that I'm expecting some bigger leaves soon, hopefully. That would be really nice. Okay, I know that y'all have seen my Begonia White Ice a lot recently, so I won't go on and on about it, but I don't know what to tell you. I'm in love. If you are looking for a begonia, or you've been considering a begonia or considering getting the white ice, I just need you to know that it is a good decision because this is so pretty and it's been doing so well since I potted the propagations in. Yeah, I have no words, and I feel like this turquoise pot, it just really suits it. This whole setup I'm so happy with. I'm just in love with this plant. I love how the new leaves come in pinky. If you can see there, it's so gorgeous. The whole plant just has this really kind of like ethereal vibe to it. And yeah, I just think it's stunning. So I'm excited to watch this continue to grow. I don't even know how big these can get. Like, can these get tall? I always have thought of them as a more like, not dwarf variety, but kind of. So it'll be really interesting to see it grow. I am getting some big leaf size though. Like, look at this. That is big. I didn't even know that the leaves could get that big. So that's really cool to see. This has been growing under my Sansi bulbs in my tree lamp, and it's been really happy with that. So yeah, definitely loves being under a grow light. Oh, we even have new growth down here in my like propagations that I put in. I don't know if you'll be able to see, but there's a new leaf coming in, so that's really cool. Okay, you know it's serious when I'm taking the plant off the wall because I kind of don't like to do that. Anyways, this is my philodendron Jose Buono. Now, I've actually shown you this recently as well in my plant updates video, but in case people haven't watched that one, it's doing amazing. It's really filling out. Like, this plant is just looking so lush. It's huge. I mean, the leaves aren't huge, but I feel like they're on their way. Here, I can lower you down now, actually. I feel like they're on their way to sizing up. You know what I mean? Because these can get really big. And mine are just, I would say, like medium size, but I think that this summer I could end up getting some really massive Jose Buono leaves. This is such an easy plant. It grows like a weed. I love that I don't have issues, issues with the variegation like other variegated plants have. I notoriously have problems with variegated plants either going all variegated or just reverting back to green. But the Jose Buono here has stable variegation, so you don't have to worry about that happening. Some leaves may come in with less variegation, like this one, but that doesn't mean that it's reverting. The next leaf you get can be, you know, like this, a half moon. So yeah, I really love that about it. I also don't have like browning issues with this plant really, so it's just a really easy one to grow. So I highly recommend it if you are in the market for a variegated philodendron. This is one of the newest leaves here, which I'm in love with. Lots of different colors in there. Yeah, it's just beautiful and super beginner friendly and easy to grow. Okay, so this one can be filed under plants that I didn't know I needed until I got them. Honestly, maybe I should do a whole video about that because this happens to me surprisingly a lot. Like, I will have pretty much zero interest in a plant and then I will end up with that plant somehow, whether it's like gifting or trades or whatever, and it becomes one of my favorites. So that's kind of fun. This is my Hoya cumingiana, right? Yes. Outer variegated, and yeah, it's just such a I don't know, it's just such a fun one. So this is like the cuttings that I potted in here, they were a little bit more sparse, but because I have it in the south window, it has just been giving out like super lush. Oh no, is that a mealy? Looks suspicious. It has been giving out this super lush growth up at the top here. Like, look at this. That is crazy. It's so dense. And it is also getting some sun stressing that's turning it pink on the edges. I don't know if the camera will actually pick that up. Oh, can you see that? On like the two leaves that are at the tip around the edges, there's pink. Like, that's so pretty. So yeah, I've just been so impressed with how this Hoya is growing and how vigorous it has been, and just like, it's such an interesting Hoya to look up at, sorry y'all, the brain is still just like having a tough time these days, but when you look at the leaves close up in person, it almost looks like ficus leaves. Like, this almost looks like a mini Ficus elastica. It is so interesting, and the flowers are super stunning on this, which just makes it even more exciting for me. So I'm really just stoked to continue to watch this grow. It will be really fun to have a fuller pod of this one day where, you know, I have multiple vines kind of cascading out, and then hopefully blooms eventually. Yeah, I've just been really impressed with this one, and it's kind of like an unexpected love. Okay, so next we're gonna quickly talk about Hoya Matilda. Now, I'm actually really into and excited about both of my Hoya Matildas right now. I have a regular green one that is now living on my Vitcho shelf, and it looks really nice cascading down there. And that one's been growing a lot recently because it's getting more light than its previous spots. But I'm also super excited about my silver Matilda. First of all, I can't believe how big this plant is now. Like, it's crazy how much it's grown. It's so beautiful and silver. I'll give you a bit of a close-up here. Like, just look at those leaves. Oh my goodness, it is just, it's stunning. This lives in the south window, so it's just been going crazy. Now, the reason I'm particularly excited about this one right now is because I think that this is going to be the year that I get Matilda blooms. And I know Matilda is typically an easy to bloom Hoya. Like, I feel like people are always posting their Matilda blooms and stuff, and I don't know why I've never well, I do know actually. I've never had mine bloom because this one is new to me, so I just haven't had it long enough, I guess, for it to bloom. But my bigger one I've had for years. I think I got it from I grew it from a cutting in 2020. And I just haven't given it a lot of light. I've always just used it as a low lighting plant because I love just like the small dark leaves, and you can kind of lose that when you give them higher light. So I've just kind of sacrificed blooms to preserve that foliage. But this one I figured was going to be my highlight Hoya, and I am getting so many peduncles, you guys, and some of them actually look like they are activating. Gosh, I don't even know which one to show you. There's so many. There's literally so many. Like, can you see them everywhere? There's one right here. That's a really long one. There's another one behind that right here. There's another one right here. There's one right here. Like, there's so many. But if you look at some of them, like I'm looking, oops, I'm looking, oh my gosh, I can't even see what you can see. Well, I'm looking at a peduncle like right there, and it is looking like plump, like it's gonna start doing something, because they definitely have, like, active versus inactive peduncles definitely have a different look to them. And these ones look like they could start doing something. Oh my gosh, sorry, I can't even, it's so bright that I can't really see the screen. But yeah, anyways, long story short, there's tons of peduncles, and I'm feeling really hopeful about this one. I also need to repot this so badly. I mean, it's doing amazing considering it's just living in this tiny thing. Maybe I should leave it in here for a little bit longer because I really love it in this beautiful starry pot from Solarium. But realistically, it's gonna start warming up, and you know, I should probably should repot it. But yeah, I don't know, I'm just obsessed with this. I got this from Natasha, Planted in Platinum, here on YouTube, and it was just such a generous gift, and it has just become one of my favorite Hoyas. So thanks, Natasha, if you're watching. Okay, so next on my list is Hoya Pubicalyx. This is a silver variety. This is actually also gifted to me by Natasha. So thank you so much, Natasha, what the heck. Yeah, so this one I was talking about in my last video, how I'm considering cutting this up and potting the cuttings and just making this a little bit more dense and changing the trellis out, and my brain is just kind of swirling with ideas because I don't know, I'm not really loving how I have this trellised, and I don't think that this plant is really loving it either. So I may do that. I may switch this out to like a ladder style trellis and just have several vines kind of going straight up. We'll see, because I have this weird loop-de-loop kind of situation, and the reason that I have that is because I didn't want this vine going straight down, because allegedly Hoya vines don't like to be pointing down. So I kind of like looped it so that it was pointing up again. But it hasn't really been doing much, so I'm hoping it's gonna start growing soon. This is one that I just really want to see lots of new growth on this summer. I'm super excited about it. So I'm probably going to be in a plant chores video. I'm going to be getting this kind of sorted out, maybe doing some chopping and propping. We'll see. But in general, I'm just excited to kind of get this set up a little bit better, and hopefully by the end of the year have a nice bushy little plant going. So yep, Hoya Pubicalyx. Also a bloom would be stunning, but for now I will be happy just with the foliage getting sorted out. Oh my gosh, there's a butterfly outside. Oh, there's a butterfly right outside the window. How stunning. Okay, the next plant I just have to quickly mention. I know there's not really much to see, so we're gonna keep it brief, but it is my Sinningia Lucota. I feel like I have to mention this when I'm talking about plants that I'm excited about, because it is the time of year where I am just amping up to see this thing come to life, and it is just starting. Like, you can just see the little fuzzes happening around here. Those are going to turn into new leaves, and then eventually this will get beautiful bright orange blooms on it. It is a really special plant, and it's so fun to watch this cycle happen. I talked about this in my favorite flowering plants video that went up a couple of videos ago. Check that one out if you are. That's another very like spring themed video if you're looking for plants that flower, like house plants. Yeah, I have some good recommendations in there, but this just, I love the leaves, I love the flowers, everything about it, and I love that I get to watch this process of it coming back to life every spring. Oh yeah, and I'm not gonna actually grab any of these ones, but on my list I just have succulents in general, because just every spring I get excited about my succulents and my cactus, because they get to go outside soon, and that's when I get to see a lot of flowers and a lot of growth. So I'm really hoping for, you know, maybe some that haven't bloomed for me before to possibly bloom, like my Stopelia gigantea. That would be really cool. I'm also considering getting a few more succulents. I might actually, for my cactus and succulent video this year, I might actually take you with me and order a few of them, and then we'll also unbox them and also do like an update and repotting, like just have a whole kind of extravaganza video. I'm thinking about that because there are a few that I would love to add into my collection, and I feel like I can get away with adding succulents in because they're just so small and compact, and they don't like add the same, not stress, but they're not as demanding as bringing a new tropical into my collection. So yeah, I might do that. Okay, I'm just gonna slide her over here because the next plant on my list is my marble queen pothos. Now, I have been in love with this plant ever since I've had it climbing, because it's been so fun to see the leaves start to size up. Like, they're just, I don't know if you can see very well. The grow light is like plugged in, so I can't move it too far. But to see the colors and just like, yeah, it's amazing seeing the marble queen in a different way than how it's typically grown. Mine has not been doing, I mean, it's been going through a hard time. I talked about this in my update video as well. This got knocked over, the pole completely came out of the pot. It was in pond. I ended up putting it back into soil. It was a whole thing. So I do have a brown spot here, which I think maybe was just from that whole thing. So I'm kind of just keeping a close eye on this, and yeah, I'm really wanting to just stay committed to taking good care of this so I can continue to watch the leaves size up, because it's just bringing me so much joy, and I think that it's so fun to grow this climbing. So yeah, this is definitely one that you're going to be seeing a lot more of throughout, I mean, probably forever because I love it so much. So yeah, gonna push her back here. Okay, this is one that is just so springy and so, oh my gosh, I'm obsessed with this plant right now, you guys. I will say that this is one of the thirstiest plants in my whole collection. I just watered this yesterday or maybe the day before, but not more than 2 days ago. It was at the top and it's already gone down almost to the bottom of the gauge. So yeah, it's just so thirsty. I can't imagine growing this in soil. I've tried it before, it never ends well, so that's why I'm doing pond now in a self-watering pot. But this is, you know, I was talking about how the white ice is such a whimsical begonia. This also falls in the category of whimsical begonias. It has pink, it has so many dots, like it has tiny small polka dots. They're so close together that it makes the whole leaf almost look white, or like it has some, like, I don't know, it's just very like snowy looking almost. I don't know, it's just so pretty. And look at the flowers, the pink flowers right here. It's already dropped most of them, but there's still a couple hanging on there and they're so cute. Oh my goodness, just the tones of this plant, like it's so pink and white and magical. I'm trying to find which lighting is gonna like show the true, because I feel like the color is really important on this one. It's so gorgeous. Y'all just have to trust. I do grow this one in the cabinet, and in this self-watering pot, I feel like it is a more tricky begonia. You have to really be committed to making sure that you keep it well watered, but I think it's so worth it. I do also have a cutting propagating in the cabinet. Oh my gosh, my eye's itchy. I do also have a cutting propagating in the cabinet, so I'm going to be adding that in soon just to continue to fill it out a little bit. And we have lots of new growth happening where I cut it right there. But yeah, I'm obsessed with this begonia. I think that it's such a good one and just beautiful to grow for the spring and summer. Okay, so we have finally reached the last plant on my list, and that is Hoya Polyneura, but I'm specifically talking about the Hoya Polyneura outer variegated here and my Hoya Polyneura broget, which is in the bedroom. It's in a wally grow hanging on the wall, so I'm not gonna bother taking it down. But I'm excited about both of these Polyneura because I'm really motivated to get them to look like my green one, which is over here. She's right there. She is so lush, so beautiful. It's honestly probably in my top 10 like of my whole houseplant collection. Yeah, it just makes me so happy every time I look at it. And I love it so much that I want to grow out all of the varieties of Polyneura to be like this, just full and beautiful. So I have this one right here. I do have some cuttings, so I'm going to be repotting this at some point because I have some rooted cuttings that I need to put in here and just get it into a little bit of a bigger pot. But it's actually been doing really well lately. I feel like it didn't grow for a while, but it's been good now. Like, we have new leaves at the end there. We basically have new leaves on every vine, which is oops, it's focusing on the wrong one, which is obviously what you want when you're growing this plant. And I find Polyneura kind of goes in spurts like that. Like, none of the vines will be growing and then they'll all push out leaves at once, which is kind of interesting. Like, I feel like most of my Hoya, like, one vine will put out and then another vine. I mean, maybe not. Maybe it's just more obvious since these are all, I don't know, but they do all kind of just push out new leaves at the same time. I've noticed that on the green one, and now I'm noticing it on this one as well. But yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna pot this by itself or if well, yeah, I probably will. I was thinking of combining this one with the silver one with the broget, but I might just do 3 separate pots. We'll see. Maybe one day I'll do a full combo pot of the variegated, the silver, and the green. Also, I don't have the inner variegated. I would like to have it one day, but I'm not really bringing a lot of new plants in right now, so that will just remain on the wish list for now. But yeah, this one has been doing really well, and I'm just so excited to see it continue to grow and to do that repot and everything. Okay, so that is it. We got through all of the plants. Like I said, I've just been I don't know, I've just been feeling rejuvenated when it comes to my plants lately, which has been really nice. So yeah, I hope that you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much again to Ana Luisa for sponsoring. I'll have them linked down below. You can check out their stunning jewelry pieces. I would love to hear your thoughts on the plants, or maybe you have a top plant that you're super excited about growing this spring. Let me know. I would love to hear it. Other than that, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!
Try